Welcome to Hater Proof for self-improvement and good listening parts. Remember to stay hater proof and stay tuned. If you're a hater, exit immediately. Hello there. Welcome to this episode of Hater Proof. It is aptly entitled Let Bygones Be Bye Felicia. Just let go. Let go of the past year and welcome the new year so that you will be fruitful and successful. And as a new creative genius of mine, the episode titles will now be hater-proof traits. And that's what this episode is going to be about, letting go. So, let the old be old and welcome the new with optimism and good planning. Only look back in retrospect, which is meant to be a metaphorical, so you don't even have to really look back, especially if the new year wasn't good for you. Just say bye, Felicia. Also, if you haven't planned at least for the upcoming month, start right now. Make some kind of plan to achieve the goals you have for 2024. Enjoy the rest of the show. So I won't have too much news to reflect on within these episodes, but I do want to have a news recap for 2023. Here it goes. On December 14th, Intel debuted its new AI-focused Core Ultra Meteor Lake processors for ultra-thin laptops. So they're trying to, I guess, Intel is trying to get back into the scene because they're not really on top of their game, I guess. But that was one of the biggest headlines. Online marketplaces continue to expand and evolve. The use of cloud marketplaces by IT vendors to promote and deliver their software and services has been on the increase in recent years. That momentum accelerated in 2023, especially as distributors expanded their own online marketplace initiatives. And then Dell Technologies. Dell launches partner-first strategy for storage products, extensive storage product lineup as of early August. Dell's direct sales representatives earn more money if they move the company's storage systems through the channel than if they take that same business direct. So Dell made moves 2023. Geographies. Next up, Microsoft. Customers hit with cloud service outages. It was a tough 2023 for Microsoft as well as for its partners and customers as the company's cloud services, including its popular enterprise applications, were hit by a series of disruptions, especially in the first half of the year. Broadcom completes a $69 billion VMware acquisition, and top execs depart. On November 22nd, Broadcom closed its $69 billion acquisitions of virtualization technology giant VMware, 18 months after first announcing the deal in one of the largest acquisitions in the history of the IT industry. The PC market slump and early signs of a turnaround. Spending for IT products and services has been uneven in 2023 due to the uncertain economy, but no sector of the IT industry was hit harder than the PC space as leading personal computer makers continue to suffer through a slowdown that began in 2022. MoveIt 3CX attacks among evolving cybersecurity threats in 2023. Ransomware remained a major threat to organizations, particularly smaller and less protected businesses. The focus on data theft and extortion-only campaigns by some attackers was a major development in the cyber threat landscape in 2023. The tech industry was hit with widespread layoffs. The stream of tech industry layoffs began in the later months of 2022, faced with slowing IT spending driven by economic uncertainty, rising interest rates and inflation, and overhiring. During the pandemic, IT vendors, including giants such as Oracle and Salesforce, began paring back their workforces at year's end. The generative AI-fueled gold rush. So in November, OpenAI went through 5 days of turmoil after firing and then rehiring co-founder and CEO Sam Altman. While many details of exactly what transpired remain murky, an internal debate over AI safety and how aggressively to pursue AI development and in what directions appeared to be a major factor behind the tumult. That was a recap of 2023 for the IT industry. So, for other news, the top stories of 2023 are as follows. There's a daughter that surprised her dad by being his kidney donor. Her name is Delane Vanowski, and she planned for months in secret to donate her kidney to her dad, who was diagnosed with a type of kidney disease that can lead to kidney failure, despite his objections to undergoing the surgery. The day after his successful transplant surgery in February, her dad, John Ivanowski, learned his anonymous donor was her when she walked into the room wearing a hospital gown. He felt the need to do that, even though he objected, because it was to save him. The Richmond Animal Care and Control in Virginia put out a call on Facebook to adopt Patches. Interested applicants were up for the challenge of putting the 40.3-pound feline on the path toward a safe and healthy weight. The following day, the shelter determined that a local woman named Kay Ford would be Patches' new owner. A teen saves his sister from an attempted kidnapping with a slingshot. A Michigan teenager was hailed as a quick-thinking hero after he helped save his younger sister during an attempted kidnapping in May by shooting the suspect with his slingshot. The teen was named Owen Burns, and he said that he saw the suspect grab his sister in the backyard. He grabbed his slingshot, a marble, and a rock, and shot the suspect 3 times in the head and chest, he said. So that is very brave to save his sister from that. That's really admirable. A FedEx driver helps rescue a man from a burning car. A FedEx driver, Jonathan Orbach, happened upon a burning car while driving during his overnight shift in July. The Californian helped pull the injured driver from a car before it became fully engulfed in flames. Very nice. Another heroic event. Ocean Cleanup Group removes record level of trash from Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's been a record-breaking year for the Ocean Cleanup Group. In August, nonprofit environmental engineering organization Ocean Cleanup said it removed about 25,000 pounds of trash from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's the largest single extraction ever. The following month, the group said it broke its own record by removing more than 40,000 pounds of plastic from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. So there's a lot of trash they removed. The Ocean Cleanup aims to remove 90% of floating plastic from the oceans by 2040, which they believe is achievable. I believe it too. Scientific breakthrough helps woman speak for first time in 18 years after a stroke. Ann Johnson lost her ability to speak nearly 20 years ago after suffering a paralyzing stroke at the age of 30. She is now able to talk again through an avatar thanks to artificial intelligence and what experts say is a medical milestone. That sounds promising. An American caver rescued from Turkish cave. American caver Mark Dickey was more than 3,400 feet below the surface when he fell ill while on an expedition inside the Morka cave in southern Turkey's Taurus Mountains on August 31st. He was too sick to climb out and suffering from life-threatening bleeding and vomiting, which followed was a complex rescue operation that began with his fiancée, Jessica Van Ord, a fellow caver and paramedic, making the difficult decision to leave Dickey and make NASA astronaut breaks record for longest trip to space by an American. NASA astronaut Frank Rubio spent most of 2023 in space for a record-breaking feat. He became the longest-serving NASA U.S. astronaut in space and the first American to spend more than a year in space after orbiting the Earth for a total of 371 days. The record wasn't intentional, though. His original 6-month mission at the International Space Station was extended after a leak was detected from the spacecraft that was to return the crew back to Earth, and they had to wait for a replacement. So that's a good milestone as well. Construction workers rescued in India. The year saw another complex, dramatic rescue in India when dozens of construction workers became trapped in the collapsed tunnel under the Himalayas. A California father of 3 was hiking alone on the Koalu Summit Trail in Hawaii earlier this month when his outing went from routine to treacherous. Ian Snyder was his name. He told reporters during a news conference that he was hiking along the peaks of the trail and doesn't remember exactly what happened when he toppled and fell 1,000 feet, breaking his arm in the process. Wow. Okay. So out there hiking, you have to be careful, you know. Those are some feel-good top stories of the year. Just a recap and to welcome in 2024 for more of those heroic and feel-good news headlines. That's it for now. Bye-bye. Moving the episode right along, 2023 facts. 8 plus billion folks on this dirt rock we call planet Earth. And I'm not sure if that counts the ones on the moon and Mars, but here's some statistics. Out of 8 billion people, 30% are obese, 20% of the population consumes 80% of natural resources, which means our consumption is faster than regeneration of a natural resource. And on August 2nd, 2023, it was World Overshoot Day, when humans consumed an entire year's worth of resources. The global population growth rate seems to be slowing, but the highest fertility rate is in countries with low income per capita. China and India are the most populous countries, but there's a shrinking population in Europe, and Africa is the fastest growing country. Who knew? But also, January is next year, next month, and next week. So it's here. That's it. 2023 facts. This is fact or opinion. A hater is one who dislikes another and or their belongings because of reasons that shouldn't be a reason to hate. They can't identify, so they hate instead of congratulate. Ding. A hater is usually obsessed with the hatee and is really just mad at themselves. Is that a fact, or is it just my opinion? Okay, I've had a revelation, and I'd like to share it with you. So, something happened a while ago in my childhood that was unfortunate for the receiving party, but it makes me happy. I am glad that it happened to them. You know why? Because they're a hater, Not that I'm guilty, not that I'm not even saying that it was my fault. And I'm not remorseful, and I'm unapologetic. And I will always be unapologetic for that, for anything that I've done. I'm unapologetic. And what I want to say though is that, with that happening, I feel like there's still a balance, I feel like everything is balanced because there's a certain level of respect and honor and just plain respect that you have to have for the fact that there's a balance, and there's always a place for a hater to get what they deserve. It just makes me glad and happy every day that there's still a balance that distinguishes what a hater is and keeps a hater in their place. I'm grateful for that, but you just have to remember that there is a balance, and a hater will always get their due. Final note. 2023 is gone. Let it go, but always be retrospective. Learn from what you've been through, good or bad, and be content with your effort. As long as your genuine satisfaction is guaranteed. Focus on your goals for 2024 and be consistent. The best revenge is success. Have a happy new year. Oh, yeah, one last thing before I go. I'm bringing back the analytical briefs. Yay for some. Not everybody's into that, but I am. You should maybe get me to do a project for you, and it will change your mind about analytics. Well, it's the end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Be good, be encouraged, and always party responsibly. Thanks again, listen again, and stay hater proof. Until the next episode.